Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. As always, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch the content. I really appreciate it. Today we have more PlayStation news, rumors, and leaks to go over and discuss. So before we dive into these topics, do me a big favor. Be sure to hit the like button to help the video out and show your support. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. The first topic talks about Unreal Engine 5, specifically how we are learning that Haven Studio is using Unreal Engine 5 on their upcoming AAA PlayStation 5 exclusive, and we're also learning that multiple PlayStation VR2 titles are using Unreal Engine 5 as well. So this is reading from Push Square, where they say Epic Games' Unreal Engine 5 is being made available to all developers starting today, but as part of a presentation from the publisher, it's been confirmed that PlayStation VR2 titles and the new IP from Haven Studio will be running on the new engine. Both the PlayStation VR2 and Haven Studios logos were shown in a graph detailing what studios are currently using Unreal Engine 5 for their games. PSVR2 appears at the top right, while Haven Studio is in the bottom left, and they're joined by the likes of Supermassive Games, Focus Entertainment, and 2K. And I thought that this was pretty cool because, I mean, let's face it, Unreal Engine 5 is going to play a very prominent role in the coming years when it comes to games that are made for the PlayStation 5. And even PlayStation Studios, you know, they have a lot of their own engines that they use and utilize, but they do also take advantage of Unreal Engine 5. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what Haven Studios can do with it. It's going to be interesting to see what titles are going to be using Unreal Engine 5 for PlayStation VR2. We did get The Matrix Awakens at the end of last year, which was a free demo that I'm sure many of you who do have a PS5 did play, and people were pretty blown away by what, you know, was on display and what they were seeing. And so if this is what we can end up looking forward to in the coming years, I think that that's a great thing. And so, yeah, wanted to let you guys know about that. Next up, we're talking about Deviation Games, because they are showing off their new studio, which is located in Santa Monica. And there seems to be a very big emphasis on PlayStation within this studio. And it kind of got people thinking, are they going to be acquired by Sony? Is this one of the next studios in line to be acquired by Sony? And I think that that's a fair question because, you know, much like Haven Studio, this is a studio that is in a partnership currently with PlayStation, and it's very clear, especially when you look at the size of this studio and the fact it's located in Santa Monica, it's very clear that Sony is providing a lot of funding to them. So this is reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, where they say Deviation Games, a AAA studio co-founded by Call of Duty veterans Jason Blundell and Dave Anthony, unveiled its new office decor, and it practically screams next PlayStation Studios acquisition. Images of the 14,000 square feet Santa Monica, California facility were first shared by Twitter user Shinobi602, which flaunts DualSense controllers on its walls, a little unusual for an independent third-party studio. A year ago, Sony and Deviation Games announced a partnership to develop an original AAA IP. Both companies have kept the game tightly under wraps, but rumor has it that it'll be a world-class first-person shooter that is planned to be supported for years, if not generations. This checks out with Sony's live service ambitions as well as Deviation Games' expertise. The studio employs developers from not just Treyarch, but also Respawn Entertainment. If rumors are to be believed, we'll have the first official information about the mystery game within the year. And I wanted to be sure to show you guys this because I did come across it, and I'm going to be honest, it really does scream PlayStation Studios acquisition. I mean, even if Sony is not in talks with them currently to acquire them, it really does kind of come off as they're making it clear that, hey, Sony, if you want to make an offer, we're totally open to that. And we don't know if that's what's going on, but this does remind me of what we just saw happen with Haven Studio, because Deviation Games is essentially in the exact same position. They are working on a new AAA IP for Sony. They have a lot of veteran talent and veteran developers, and people, I think, are pretty excited to see what the studio can do. I know not everybody is on board with a multiplayer FPS, and, you know, a lot of PlayStation fans just really maybe aren't interested in that, but there are just as many who I think are interested in that and interested in seeing what this studio can do. And when you have talent like this, I mean, let's face it, you know, these are veteran developers from Treyarch. A lot of people view, you know, the Call of Duty cycle that is between Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer Games, a lot of people view Treyarch as the best Call of Duty development studio, and they've delivered some of the best FPS games in history, right? In gaming history. And so to have that talent, you know, working on a PlayStation 5 exclusive FPS, there's definitely the potential for something massive here. I mean, some fans are talking about the studio thinking maybe they're going to be the studio that creates the next big FPS game that will kind of, I don't know, not necessarily take over Call of Duty or any other major FPS out there, but just kind of stand alongside it as a major player in the game, I guess you could say. And I think that the potential's certainly there. I think there is a reason why Sony was eager to announce this partnership. And I think that this is just another one of those situations where Sony got in, you know, on the ground floor with this development team. And if this development team really is in the process of creating something amazing, I have no doubt that Sony will want to move in on that if they haven't already. So be sure to let me know your thoughts about that. Next up, I want to talk about something that I think it's not really major news, but some people were kind of paying attention to it. And when I booted up my PS5 this morning, I noticed this as well. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. And that is the fact that there is a new update for Astro's Playroom. And this update specifically is seemingly focused on optimizing the game. It's added performance improvements, gameplay optimizations, fixed some issues that cause frame rate drops, added various stability improvements, fixed sporadic crashes, addressed audio related issues, and other minor bug fixes. And, you know, there's some people hoping that, oh, maybe they're going to add new content, and maybe they could. Maybe they could. I mean, the reveal of PSVR2 in a more formal way is probably right around the corner. Maybe they could throw that in there with Astro's Playroom, which would be cool. But what's really interesting to me, and something that is definitely worth highlighting and pointing out with this, is that apparently the last update we got for Astro's Playroom, and I'm learning about this from PlayStation Game Size over on Twitter, was 340 days ago. And that was update 1.6. So 340 days later, we're getting update 1.7. I think there's something to this. I mean, it's so random and out of the blue. It's almost, to me, like what I'm gathering from this, it's almost as if Sony and Team Asobi are anticipating another influx of players to suddenly go back and play Astro's Playroom, or maybe new people playing Astro's Playroom for one reason or another. And I had to kind of wonder, you know, what would cause that? I don't know. I mean, we know that Team Asobi is working on a new title. They've been working on it presumably since they finished up Astro's Playroom, which launched with the PS5. Maybe the time has come for them to reveal this game, and maybe they're anticipating that when they reveal whatever this game is, I mean, if I had to put my money on it, I think it's going to be a new Astro game for PSVR2 and also be playable on PS5. I think a lot of people are going to go back and play Astro's Playroom. I do. I think that's why they released this, because if you look at the fixes here, that's quite a bit. It's quite a lot of fixes. And you have to wonder, again, the timing of this 340 days later, when, I mean, let's face it, you know, less and less people are playing this game over time. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into this too much, but I think it's interesting, and I was just quite surprised again when I saw that this game was updated. So, you know, you guys can make of it what you will. Let me know. Did you play Astro's Playroom? I did. I thought it was incredible. It's a must-play for any PS5 owner. Let me know if you guys are planning on going back and playing it. But we're moving on to the final topic, which is the official announcement of a new Tomb Raider game in development using Unreal Engine 5. So this is coming from the official Tomb Raider Twitter account, where they say Crystal Dynamics is incredibly excited about the future of Unreal and how it will help us take our storytelling to the next level. That's why we're proud to announce that our next Tomb Raider game is being built on Unreal Engine 5. And I think that this is really exciting because I really enjoyed the Tomb Raider reboot and the games that came with it. And I think that this is one of those titles that, yeah, it's probably going to look really, really good running in Unreal Engine 5. So I know a lot of people are very excited about that announcement. But what's also interesting is apparently the director of Days Gone, he revealed that he is working at Crystal Dynamics now. And so reading from PlayStation Universe says Jeff Ross, the director behind Sony Ben's criminally underrated Days Gone, which I agree with that, has announced he's joined up with Crystal Dynamics. The studio announced yesterday that it's working on a new Tomb Raider game using UE5. Jeff Ross took to Twitter to confirm the news, and he wouldn't say if he was involved in the new Tomb Raider or not, but I mean, it seems like he is, right? Like, why else would he tweet it at this time? But he says, I'm excited to announce I now work at the amazing Crystal Dynamics as design director. That's all I can say, other than I'm thrilled with the project and especially the team of really wonderful people. So, I mean, come on. He has to be working on the new Tomb Raider. The timing of him putting this tweet out, it adds up, right? So, yeah, I think this is really cool. You know, I think Jeff Ross, he's clearly a very talented developer, and I think that Crystal Dynamics certainly has a good individual on board there to really, I think, help them with whatever this project is. Again, assuming it's Tomb Raider. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about that. Let me know what you think about the next Tomb Raider game being in Unreal Engine 5, and the fact that Days Gone, its director, Jeff Ross, has apparently joined Crystal Dynamics. We'll be interested to see what you guys have to say, but that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you did find it informative. Leave it a like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell notification icon, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.